Today we will discuss the structure of conversation. Conversation is a form of oral discourse. We have seen that while linguistic analysis has more to do with the written language, it looks at the form of written languages. We see that conversation, or you can say conversational interchange, is a basic unit of oral communication or oral discourse. It is basically, it looks as a conversation that takes place or exchange of ideas that takes place between two or more than two people. There is a formal structure of conversation that one follows, and that structure comprises of social rules as well as the information about a specific event in which that conversation takes place. The nature of the event or the structure of conversation was first established or was emerged in the studies of telephone conversation that follows a specific structure where the caller when calls and receiver when picks up, and there's exchange of formalities, a proper structure with regard to opening of a conversation leading into discussion and then closing of a conversation. So that is something which was discovered, that for a conversation there is a proper structure that has to be followed. Every conversation has a topic development phase which is framed by opening and closing phrases. So we have the start of a conversation, moving into a discussion or leading into a more elaborative conversation, followed by the ending or the closing of a conversation. In between these two phases, which are the start of a conversation and the ending of a conversation, you have multiple moves with regard to topic initiation, topic maintenance, and change, as well as turn taking. So, now we will look at some of the dynamics of the structure of conversation. Now, you see, there are rules of proper conversation, and they are cultural specific rules. They vary with the culture. The linguist Charles Fillmore basically looked at the language and the conversation phenomena and stated that the language of face to face conversation is the basic and primary use of language. Then there are four forms of discourse, and now we will look at all these four forms and we'll compare how each form is different from the other. If you look at the first form, it is debates. Now, debates, for example, typically have topics specified in advance and rules specifying who can speak at a given time and for how long are also usually agreed on ahead of time. The turns of each speaker are identified clearly. Speakers typically speak for an extended period of time. Then, ceremonies. Now, in ceremonies such as maybe prize distribution ceremony or an award dinner, they are also formalized. The topic is specified in advance, but not the length of time any given speaker may take. Turns are also identified rather clearly with formal introduction given for each speaker. Again, the length of a given speaker's monologue can be rather long because every person is required, or maybe the guest speakers are there, or other participants who have to speak in relation to their specific roles and achievements. Then we have meetings. Now, meetings are typically less formal than either ceremonies or debates. While it is not uncommon for specific rules to be used to organize discussions, the discussions themselves vary, as a general rule, more than those of formal types of discourse. Also, the number of participants is much larger than for debates, and the contribution of different members, they also vary a great deal with regard to the nature of the events. Finally, we have conversations. Now, conversations are the least formal of these four types of oral discourse. The number of participants, the topic, the length of given speaker's contribution, and many other factors are left undecided or decided on the spot. The relaxation of formal rule is, of course, one of the prime enjoyment of a good, rich conversation because it depends on the setting. For example, fronts are informal. If the conversation is taking place at some official spot or in the official setting, then again this conversation has to be different from the conversation that takes place among friends. So therefore the relaxation of formal rules in the conversation is one of the prime enjoyment. Yet in the absence of formal rules, we have implicit communicative conversation that help organize everyday conversation. So for everyday conversation, you do not require explicit or formal rules. It is implicitly understood that how your conversation takes place. To conclude, conversation follows a proper structure that includes participants, opening as well as closing stages, and the roles that participants assume influence the topics that may be discussed as well as the interpretation given to the conversational roles.